Well, member of the Portfolio Committee on Higher Education, Gaolatlhe David Kgabo, joins us for more on this. Mr. Kgabo, a good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been a long-standing situation now at the Walter Sisulu University, and certainly one that continues to build up steam, it seems, to a point now that we've had a live loss to students now recently this week arrested, released on bail. But just talk to me about how you describe the situation at the Walter Sisulu University and if authorities, in your view, are really getting to the root of things there.
No, thank you very much. And let me also appreciate the fact that you had us on your program. Let me also pass my greetings to the viewers at home. Look, from where we are sitting as the Portfolio Committee of Education and Training, we strongly believe that the matter is receiving the necessary attention it deserves, and ultimately justice will be served. As much as we sympathize with the students in relation to the court outcome that led to the perpetrator or the accused being released on bail, we do not also condone the actions that are taking place at the university. We fully agree what has happened. It was a fatal killing. It does not make sense to us. And processes of the courts are just beyond our control. It is just how our legal processes are running out or are unfolding in this country. So from where we are sitting as a Portfolio Committee, we are appealing to all students to allow all processes to unfold and justice to take its course.
At the root of it, though, Mr. Kgabo, was students that are complaining about the conditions within their accommodation. And we can go back and forth about, how that needs to be dealt with, but the response instead was students protesting, an employee of the university firing at the crowd and costing them a life. So let's talk about what, in your understanding as Portfolio Committee on Higher Education, is the work that's being done to get to the root of the issue that these students have been raising multiple times at the Walter Sisulu University.
You to understand that the issue of student accommodation shortages is cutting across in all 9 provinces or in all TVET colleges, including our universities. And the department, from where we are sitting as a Portfolio Committee charged with the responsibility of holding the department accountable on the commitments that they have made. They have made an indication that as a department, they have embarked on a process of accrediting all student private service providers. Because of the department, given its capacity, it's unable to accommodate all students in universities and in TVET colleges. That's why in the process, there is a usage of service providers who are located outside the TVET colleges and these universities as a way of trying to mitigate the shortage of student accommodation. We fully agree as a Portfolio Committee that is a crisis that is ongoing, and we have continuously held the department accountable as a way of trying them to demonstrate or present possibilities or mechanisms that they can implement as a way of dealing with this challenge of shortage of student accommodation in all of our TVET colleges, including our universities.
Yeah, just what you make of the EFF Youth Command calling on the National Prosecuting Authority to file an appeal against that bail decision for Manelisi Mampane. And I know you touched on this a little bit earlier, but I want to go deeper. I mean, is something that can be done or said by the Portfolio Committee on how that's managed? Just yesterday, our own reporter outside the Walter Sisulu University, the families of those students that were injured, the families of the student that was killed, outraged and in clear pain about seeing a man charged with murder walk out on 10,000 Rand bail. I mean, what do we do about that very situation?
Look, you to understand that as a Portfolio Committee, while we understand the deep pain and frustrations that the students, including the community, and the family members of the students that we have lost, may his revolutionary soul rest in peace. We sympathize with the family, we sympathize with the broader community. But you know that in terms of the legal process of this country, there's nothing that we can literally do as a Portfolio Committee. That's why we are appealing to all our members of the society, not only the community, not only the students, including the broader civil society, to come on board as a way of de-escalating the tensions. It is our firm belief that It is only through the legal process that will come ultimately to the conclusion of this matter, and ultimately justice will be served. But us resorting to the destruction of property on embarking on a violent strike, it will not resolve anything. That's our position as the portfolio committee. It is unfortunate that our powers are limited in this instance, as you know that the legal fraternity is an independent structure in terms of the constitution of this country. So from where we are sitting, ours is to sympathize with the society, including the family that has lost their life. But our hands are tied. There is nothing that we can do. That's why we are calling for all the society members to allow the processes of legal to unfold up until we get this matter to its finality.
Okay. Stay with us, Mr. Kgabo, because I want you to respond to where I want to go next, and we're going to shift gear a little bit here. The Minister of Higher Education and Training, Nobuhle Ngabane, caused a ruckus this week when she was apparently caught chewing in a portfolio committee meeting. She said she was eating lunch with permission. This is how Ngabane responded to a question by portfolio committee chairperson, Gaolatlhe. Here's a quick reminder of that moment. Take a look.
What makes him credible, in your own view? Minister?
What makes a person credible, Chair, is exactly how it is defined when you Google. By encyclopedia, you'll see what it means. It's exactly that.
You are not going to answer us. You are not going to answer us, Minister.
I've responded, Chairperson.
Okay, so I'll take it, the Minister, you are not going to answer us on the credibility.
Yeah. Mr. Kgabo, I mean, that moment has gotten South Africans talking quite a bit. What do you make of the conduct of the minister when asked to explain the issue around the appointment of boards on seaters, asked about how she defines credibility, and that being the response that she gives, the message that it sends to South Africans?
You know, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that the South Africans, not only us as a portfolio committee, we were exposed to such a behavior, if one could put it in that way. And it's such unfortunate that the minister could not take the committee into confidence in clarifying a simple matter that the chair had requested the minister to clarify, of which was to simply speak of credibility in the context of the independent panel that the minister continued to recommend as a credible panel that delivered the appointment of board chairpersons. So it's unfortunate. I still do not understand. I'm still frightened from where I'm sitting as a member of parliament. And I'd also like to take this opportunity on behalf of the minister and apologize to South Africans. It is not only fair to us as a portfolio committee, but our people are not supposed to be subjected to this kind of behavior and attitude, especially from a minister who's expected in terms of the law and the legal framework in line with the Constitution, who's expected to account on her actions and decisions in line with her responsibility as a minister. So it's unfortunate. I hope that when you are given an opportunity, you would be able to ask such a question to the minister. That would be the relevant person to respond to this question as to really what was on her mind when she was responding on that matter. From where I'm sitting, that's where I would end. Thank you very much.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for speaking to us, and we will, of course, reach out to the minister to take the conversation further. Mr. Gaolatlhe David Kgabo, a member of the Portfolio Committee on Higher Education.